This video is sponsored by Deep Cut Studios. For a wide range of fantastic gaming resources such as battle mats, dice trays and pre-painted bases, check out the description below. Hi guys, welcome back to our Malifaux Masters Breakdown, where we showcase the factions and personalities vying for soulstones and dominance in the Broken City. Today's episode focuses on the Outcast summoning master Tara Blake, who can manipulate time and space to leave her opponent stranded. Tara's main mechanic concerns itself with burying both her own and opposing models during the game through the Stutter Time and Glimpse the Void abilities respectively. If the enemy fails the challenging TN14 willpower duel, then they are removed from the board until they next activate, where Tara's crew can then place them within an inch of an enemy model, often scuppering their positioning. The Obliteration keyword is full of ways to damage buried models, which they can freely target thanks to their Beyond Time ability, meaning that they can often focus on damaging models that cannot be supported through conventional means. Finally, Tara's crew also focuses on putting the usually beneficial fast condition on enemies using Stutter Time, which can then be removed to allow one of your friendly buried models to unbury in base contact with the enemy model, or allowing positive flips on attacks from the void creatures that Miss Blake summons each turn. As such, Tara is naturally the engine of the crew, able to summon Void Wretches and Hunters while also putting out conditions and burial reliably with her attack actions. However, Tara's main area of note is her Adrift in Time ability, which allows her to activate twice each turn, with the caveat of being slowed for the second activation. This, combined with her Time Slip placement ability, makes her an incredibly manoeuvrable master that single-handedly can win you battles that focus on late game scheming. Tara is also accompanied by her totem Karina, a healer who is critical in pulling out friendly buried models who don't have a fast enemy target thanks to her channeled healing ability. Her primary focus will be to top up any wounded fighters in the void and pull out summoned creatures during earlier turns. Karina also has the unique ability to swap your fake deck and discard pile using her quick action, meaning that if you burn high cards early you can get second use out of them for free. The Obliteration keyword comes with two potential henchmen for you to choose from, the first being the 10 soulstone costed Ionis, who comes with an outstanding stat line and toolbox of abilities. Old Father Time offers another way to bring out your buried models without fast thanks to his Sever Timeline ability, and is perhaps best known for his use of pass tokens to skip activations of enemy models with the fast condition. In later turns, Ionis can become a massive damage dealer with his Eventuality ability, which dishes out damage equal to the turn number of the game. Your second henchman option is the Scion of the Void, a relatively cheap model that loves to be buried and has the unique ability to attack while doing so, albeit with a 1 damage cost per action. The Scion excels at attacking other buried models thanks to its range of effective triggers, but can also arc its attacks through a friendly Obliteration model when needed. The Scion is definitely a candidate for Karina's healing each turn, but can excel at schemes such as Vendetta and Assassinate where it can attack from relative safety. Tara's crew also boasts a pair of Enforcer models that you can choose from, the first being the rightly feared Nothing Beast, a 9 soulstone beater that is often the prime target for friendly burial before popping out to wreak havoc on a formerly fast enemy. With a stat 6 across the board, terrifying and incorporeal, the beast is far from a glass cannon, but when it does fire, the aptly named Obliterate ability can dish out big damage at a 2-inch range. You can expect this model to activate late in a turn before being buried again so it can repeat the process on its next batch of victims. In competition with the beast is the flaming construct Talus, a model that eschews Tara's main mechanics to instead add the burning condition to enemy buried models. It's equally tanky with armor and terrifying, but lacks the same maneuverability of its Obliteration peers, making it more of a tech pick against crews that are particularly weak against its toolkit. Finally, the Obliteration keyword features its 2 summonable minions in the Void Hunter and Wretch. The former being an excellent all-rounder model at 7 soulstones with speed, terrifying and incorporeal, offering a great outlet for scheming and putting fast on enemies through Stutter Time. Perhaps Hunter's most interesting attack though is its existential bite, which can pull a model out of burial into base contact, which is potentially clutch for certain positioning strategies. Alternatively, the little Void Wretch offers a slightly pared down version of the bigger Void creatures, as you might expect for 4 soulstones. That being said, with the 12 of Tomes, Tara can summon 2 of them into the game, offering another excellent outlet for getting fast and buried on the enemy models. It's safe to say that the Obliteration keyword excels at both maneuverability and precision strikes, especially against enemies that have weak willpower or limited defensive abilities to affect your flips. Scheme pools that require markers to be placed can often be done by Tara alone, but care should be taken over certain strategies that interfere with placement and burials. Speaking of buried, it's an exceptionally potent condition on already activated models, especially in turn 5 where the counter's killed if they can't return to the board. This is also something you need to be aware of as a Tara player, as well as making sure that you manage how many of your models are off the table and waiting for a fast enemy to jump out at, and making sure that queue doesn't get too big. Stutter time is crucial for allowing your models to strike at the heart of an enemy, so choosing your targets wisely is critical, as well as keeping up with your summons so that you can have multiple attempts and options should the card flips go against you. If you're playing into the Obliteration crew, consider taking models that are able to turn off the unbury placement of their figures, or those that can actually remove the fast condition from your own allies. Abilities such as Ruthless, Manipulative, and Serene Countenance can all be used to level the playing field when in combat with those Void Nasties. Finally, here's an example list for you to try out should you want to take Tara for a test drive. Her small keyword gives you plenty of room for external hires such as the named Ashes and Dust or the excellent Outcast Emissary. As for the rest of the crew, aim to summon wretches early in the game with Tara, using her soulstones to ensure the tome cost is met before she time slips herself across the board to harass the enemy. Use the Nothing Beast and the Scion of the Void as your buried attackers, while Karina keeps them topped up with healing. The remainder of your model should focus on scoring points and putting out fast wherever possible, while also keeping at a safe range to attack enemy models that may have been buried when efficient. So that brings us to the end of this Malifaux Master breakdown. We hope it's been useful in giving you a snapshot of its crew and their mechanics. For more talk about Malifaux and its masters, why not check out our podcast, The Harlefaux Show, where we break down each keyword and why you should play it. Alternatively, we have a wealth of beginner-friendly battle reports here on the channel that guide players through every flip and decision. Whichever you choose, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, folks. Hi guys, thank you very much for watching our content. It means the world to us. If you'd like to see some more videos, they should be over here. And if you'd like to support our channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. See you later.